What up? It's Monster Train. We're just gonna go. I've been in a flow state lately, just doing regular runs. So let's break this win streak, shall we? Got Hornbreaker Prince with Exile Umbra, starting with Morsel Master, Mind Collapse, Molting Imp. Hornbreaker Prince against Savagery Seraph with Umbra. It definitely seems like a run to break your streak on. So let's see what happens. Okay, I've been enjoying. I feel like this has been sort of, even though I haven't been playing the DLC that much, this has just been another chance for me to play Monster Train, and then also Wormkin and what's the other one? Railforge are fun, so I've been enjoying it. We're gonna take Ashes of the Fallen. I do think imps are kind of weak in this game, but I'm not just gonna pass up Ashes of the Fallen. I mean, come on. Okay, Wrathful and Reaper. I do think Reaper is kind of good. Definitely better than Wrathful, because Wrathful kind of sucks. So that's what we're gonna go with. I think Wrathful still kind of sucks. I'll be honest, since they changed Prince, I haven't really given it a shot. So I suppose I don't know for sure, but it didn't. I don't think they changed it in a way that's like super meaningful. So I'm not taking it. I think we take this. Our deck is like entirely pings, so it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, the question is, how do we play this, right? So we could do, I feel like the safe play is to just like not worry too much about Prince, let him try his best, and put Morsel Master and Shield Steward up at the top, and have Shield Steward be our carry for this round. That seems like it's probably the smart play, but perhaps I'm wrong. Let's give it a try. It's always awkward in Umbra when you start like this and there's no, like, unit plus Shield Steward means you can't play any imps. It's very annoying. Or morsels. Not that I even drew any fucking morsel, so I guess I have nothing to worry about. Alright, so we will... You only get to use this once in the early game, which means I guess I probably shouldn't do it. Right? Okay, this is the Molting Imp here. I don't know if I like, because then I can't play any morsels next turn, and presumably I will draw some source of morsels next turn. I suppose it's not impossible that I won't, but it seems likely. So I mean, is it better to get an extra slay, or is it better to save the attack for the boss? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I'm just gonna click it, because I want to deal with all these things. I think that's fine. Alright, so we will hit you, we will hit you, you. Just send out the multis. Prince should get that kill too, which is nice. Alright. That's what we like to see. Prince does indeed get that kill, so he'll get like a good swing, maybe two against the boss, and that'll help a lot. All right. Kill you. Vengeful Shard. That's fine. have no defense to speak of. Merely morsels. 3, yeah, so even if Prince was at the top and the boss walked all the way up, you don't get to play it again, right? Because he'll be at 2, he would be at 1 if he was up here. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, I definitely used it on the first turn. So you only get 1 hit. So we'll get, again, 1 hit. Which, you know, it's a decent swing. Okay, trying to think if overall it might be an unnecessary amount of min-maxing, although this boss is kind of the more dangerous one, so maybe I should be scared. Is it worth letting you take a hit? You lose 1, your rage neutral. I guess it doesn't matter, right? You will walk up with the same amount of rage, just less health. Alright. Was it good enough? Maybe not. I do have 2 damage shield, which hopefully will help, but I'm not putting out a lot of damage. Yikes. Trying to think if there's any way. I feel like you don't like maybe the alternative was to play Morsel Master and Prince on the top, but and then let Morsel Master be the tank. I don't know about that. All right, so how much damage are we taking? We're gonna take 1 hit. It is what it is. Okay, I mean, we do have Ashes of the Fallen. We have lots of pings. I say we take Fledgling Imp. That seems fine. I don't know if I am convinced of Anti-Umber Assault. I feel like... So Plinks, obviously, towards the late game, you can't rely on them, but I don't know that we're looking at a morsel-focused strategy, right? There's nothing that necessarily points towards it yet. Ew. So I changed to this card background, but look how it overlaps with the card below it. That's kind of silly. Probably gonna change that. Can I change it from, like, within a run? Yes, you can. We're gonna take Prismal Dust. I think Prismal Dust is just generally quite good. It potentially helps against Savagery. Yay. I feel like nearly every run I've done recently has been against Spike Scale, which so far is maybe still the hardest 6th ring boss. I've only fought the dual boss, Strix and Hollow, a couple of times. They don't seem that threatening most of the time to me, so I still don't love Umber Banners, but I think it's still worth going to Steel Shop. See a magic shop over here. Dualism is good for Fledgling Imp. think Dualism is also good for Crucible Warden, if I'm not mistaken. Is that what we want to go with? I mean, Alloyed Construct I think is like fine. To be honest, I feel like rather than, like, I don't necessarily think it's bad, I just find Alloyed Construct a little annoying to play around sometimes. Like, sometimes I'm down for it, right? And it is kind of cool when you get it working, but it takes a lot of effort to get it working. Crucible Warden is, I would say, not as good, but probably the better of the two Wardens in this game, and in my opinion. And I believe you take Dualism, and Damage Shield helps me with Corruption and also Savagery Seraph. So let's do that. Plus I can do Morsel Master Crucible Warden. So that does mean I now have locked myself into a morsel focused strategy. Or at least a strategy that wants to gain some morsels, right? Is this what we want? The question is, what are we going to do with Crucible Warden, right? That doesn't, like, Crucible Warden on his own doesn't handle your run. And duplicate? Good chance we start duplicating Prismal Dusts. But we need an offensive strategy someday, at some point. What would you like to see for Crucible Warden other than after Dualism? I mean, maybe just the Damage Shield upgrade? Like, I feel like this is the guy that fights Relentless, right? And then we figure out something else for the rest of combat. I think we can chill for now. I don't think... I mean, I could put... Are we at the level of desperation that we put an upgrade into a Shield Steward? I guess it doesn't hurt. It's only 25 gold. And hang out with Prince. Haste. I think we probably take some damage in this combat. How do we kill these, right? I don't know if not taking the trial saves me from taking damage. That's kind of my calculus in this particular one. Maybe I should do this the opposite way. Am I fighting the Spikes boss? You know what I mean? I think I am gonna do that. Because then Prince will hopefully actually get some kills. Now our job is to not accidentally overstack the floor. Mission failed. No, we can push. Okay, so is it better to play? I mean, I guess it's... Yeah, that's fine, right? Hopefully this floor just kind of handles everything. Kill you. Prince will get that kill, which is nice. I think this was the right choice. It's fine. I guess this doesn't net me any more damage shield, but killing this one does. And I think that's the right choice. I think we're looking to finish the combat here, and I think we will be able to. Ooh, I was fucking wrong. Aha! There we go. Okay. Okay. So Crucible Warden will handle us for a while. Hopefully. And in that time, we need to figure out what the heck we're doing with this run. I don't think taking another Fledgling Imp is really gonna do much for me. I suppose I could take Ritual of Battle. That's fine. Also fine. It's a little worse than just upgrading it and duplicating it, but that's okay. Okay, to the left. Intrinsic. Demon. Horned Warrior. What do we do with either of these guys? Demon Fiend is like pretty decent in this game. But is Demon Fiend a whole strategy? Kinda don't think so. Very expensive, and I already have decent early game survivability right now. Horned Warrior feels like maybe we can figure out something to do with that. Okay, so this is sometimes kind of an interesting question when you're faced with this, right? Which is to upgrade spells or to not waste all of your money because you might get a spell. But I guess there aren't really that many spells. It's mostly just the Jack in the Box. So I answered my own question. I think we can give an intrinsic to Prismal Dust. The -1 Ritual of Battle. We can give that some good upgrades. It'll be a good duplication target too. At 140 gold. And plus 10 to Plink. Will net us hopefully a few later game morsels. We notably do not have any morsel generation that does not rely on Plink, which is spooky. Probably do want to look out for that. See? Richard Garfield. Does this interact with Ashes of the Fallen? How does that work? Does that even do anything for me? I don't know how it would, right? Like it summons two. Seems unlikely. But I could... I don't really know what I would do with that. And remove some stewards, I guess. I was trying to think of, like, you know, have Horned Warrior and Fledgling Imp pop out, but that doesn't really make much sense. Or have, like, an endless box that just provides imps. I don't think that's that good either. Small gift box is probably a no. Guess we could just take the large one. We don't really have a plan, so why not go with chaos option, huh? That will probably net us some morsels. Okay. Anything worth duplicating? I think probably not. Alright. I think we're still okay through Savagery, or, yeah, Archean, but after that, we're in danger. It's pushback, which spells trouble for Hornbreaker Prince. Do we still do this? We set you on this floor. Kind of fun. And go with that. Yeah, in case shit like that happens. Turn 1 Transcended. You'd love to see it. Now that we like. Alright, so pushback should not be an issue as long as I can play morsels, right? Because the morsels will just go to the front and then get eaten. That shouldn't be an issue. We can still play the imp. That doesn't really do anything bad to us. And then do we want to play Link though? Tragic. Should we protect Prince? I don't know if damage shields are gonna be enough. Well, I suppose that's pretty good. We can do imp, damage shield, and we're chilling there. I guess you can go here. Oh yeah, I forgot that I didn't know how pushback actually works. I'm a fool. 5 damage, rage 7. Okay. So we could kill you with the molting it. Could do some pretty decent damage here with the molt. We could give some rage. That would be good. I don't know that Prince is gonna... I don't know that Prince is worth keeping alive. I feel like we kind of gotta go all in on this floor. We can kill you for free. fine. Then we give rage. And then giving 1 damage shield to Prince does not save him. So we can just give it to you, I guess. That was probably not the optimal way to play that turn. Don't know about that. Rage room, I guess I don't mind. Link. Wow. Nice! Okay, well at least you're back at the front, if that's even a good thing, which I feel like it's kind of not. Take 4 damage. And then more. Cool. Something. Okay. We can... Should probably consider doing that so as to not take 11 damage. I don't know how the hell we kill Archean and Relentless. Ooh, that is 6 damage. Is that the play? I guess it's better to just play Transcendent, huh? Okay, so... Put you... Put you... Put Transcendent. This does nothing. Now we pray. But probably in vain. Well, that's actually quite close. In fact, this might do it. Yeah. Okay. I'll take it. Literally right there. Thank you, Blazing Bolts or whatever you're called. Oh yeah, Rage Room. I kind of forgot about Rage Room. I don't know how I feel about Rage Room in general. It's like, okay. I thought it's one of those cards that I kind of thought it was going to be really good when I first saw it. And then I realized I was wrong. Do I want to take Transcendent? I feel like I take Transcendent less often than I should. Especially when it carries a Calcified Ember that I can't play. Let's do it anyway. Holy cow. I have Mastery on Apex Imp. I don't remember ever playing Apex Imp. I don't have any way to gain armor. And yet, this feels like the closest thing to an actual strategy that I've seen so far. I have Ashes of the Fallen. Let's try it. I haven't gotten to play with this unit much so far in this game. I think probably only once. Well, we're really all over the place. I'm tempted to take energy to attempt to... I mean, we have some kind of expensive cards, and we're stacking calcified embers, and apparently this is staying in my deck, which is kind of funny. I'm not actually mad about that. Deal 60 damage to a random enemy. I got it kinda for free. I think we do take energy. It's a pretty good safe bet. We have some high cost cards. And maybe we just duplicate a bunch of Apex in. That leads us to victory somehow. Okay, we almost certainly are taking unit upgrades. How am I gaining armor is the question. And I think the answer is I'm not. I mean, we could endless transcend him. That sure seems like something, right? That at least gives me some armor. Endless Transcend Imp, let Crucible Warden tank for Apex Imp for now? That might be something. Do we want to give Smidge Stone to Apex Imp? Oh no, because it's not going to give armor to Apex. It's going to give armor to itself. So that doesn't actually do anything. Tragic. I mean, it's still pretty good. But... I was kind of hoping for the armored pauldrons. I don't know if you can even get that in this. I'm like half tempted to take Stoic Plate Mail. Put it on a Train Steward or maybe Hornbreaker Prince. Desperation play for survivability. Endless on Apex Imp gives me nothing. Endless on Transcend Imp is at least, like, it feels like potential for a strategy. It doesn't really... I don't know exactly what it does for me. And it's probably... there's probably a sort of anti-synergy here, right? Because it's gonna get armor. So how does it die after I play it? So maybe it goes on Fledgling Imp instead. But that just feels a little weak. I do like this at the 3 when the ability goes to cooldown 1. That's pretty sick. If I take this, then you end up with culling 2 and strike 1. Let's just use Reaver. I don't know what to do here. I think Smidge makes sense on Apex Imp if you know that Apex Imp is going to be good. But I'm currently feeling like Apex Imp isn't going to be good. And so maybe we do Endless on Transcend Imp. Hopefully that makes something for us, and then reroll. This does... That's pretty good, right? This is 100, 200, so I can't afford both. Give you multi-strike, but that's not really the issue. I guess I could do damage shield, kind of good, and then dualism on Apex Imp, just to make him kind of useful, and then maybe we'll find a use for him. It feels bad to give up multi-strike, but like, it doesn't really make you good at this moment. So this at least is better, right? Because you get 20 rage instead of 10, so you at least do a big number. Now you might be thinking multi-strike does the same thing, and you might be right about that, where this gives 10 rage and it's multi-striked. So I guess that's better, assuming that I do find some source of armor. Alright, fine. Fine! You've convinced me. This is cheap. It seems not good, but it is cheap. So we're just gonna... Alright. It's coming up. Trinkets, magic, Umbra Banner. Umbra Banner offers me no armor. Merchant of Trinkets, right? I think we probably do take this. We're at the point where things are looking scary, and so we gotta take risks. And hope for the best. Alright, how do we play this? We could go Steel Steward, Apex Imp. You do not get any stronger. Then Crucible Warden, Morsel Master. Finally, Prince and you, because at least I can play imps. Okay. That's morsels. Deck is so expensive. That's pretty good. That kind of clears this wave. I do sort of still think that morsels are what keeps me alive. Maybe foolishly. Alright. We say fledgling imp here. No, not torch. Torch to you. Mind collapse. Damage shield for damage shield for you. Eat it immediately. Probably not. We'll just build it. It's our only strategy, so I guess we're sticking with it. Stoic plate mail is nice. Can I play Furnace Tap? Back. Nope, doesn't do anything. Dang it! This game just doesn't want me to win. We'll take money. You're gonna die, like, this floor will die immediately to the boss's effect, so I don't think it's worth investing in at all. I think we just do it. Ember Drain 4? Not looking good. Really? Rude! Go away. Cool down 3. Oh, this just kills him, right? You love that. Don't change a thing. Give more damage shield. It's our only hope. Oh no, Plink has already been power crept. Hail Mary. Oh my god, it worked. You die? Probably not, right? Oof, oof. There we go. Okay, I forgot, or maybe I just pretended not to know that Transcendib doesn't count its own summons. I think that's in definite pretended not to know category. Okay. How do we win? We could Plink. We can Transcend him. You get what? 2 swings? How does that look? Oh, much better. Okay, I think we're cool. Nice! Okay. Do not be fooled. Things are looking bad. I don't know what we're doing. That's armor. The most desperation armor card that to ever exist. But it is armor. I could play Inferno for some reason. Desperation. Void Binding, I don't think we could play it. I don't think we want any of these. Okay. I'm thinking we go to the trinket shop, because what does the magic shop show me? What does the Umbra banner show me? That lets me kill enemies. Because that's my problem. I don't kill enemies. -1 holdover blazing bolts. That kills enemies short term. Alright. Armor 5. This is desperation. We might be there. Mask of Penumbra? I don't know. What does this say? I don't think I can get the armor equipment from this from these armories. Enchanted Chamber, Glass Cannon, Meat Shield. I don't think that does anything for us. I'm sorry to say it. I imagine this works. That's a lot of gold for not a lot of value. At a certain point, right? Like, how much are we willing to invest in an Apex Am strategy that sure doesn't seem like it's panning out? But also, what the hell else am I gonna do in this round? Take Inferno? Yeah, man, I don't know. This is one of those things, right, where, like, on one hand, it feels like throwing good money after bad. On the other hand, if I don't invest in Apex Imp, then it will never be good, right? But I don't think this is enough this is not enough return. It's just a tiny bit more health and rage. To what end, right? That doesn't scale Apex Imp. I think we reroll. I think these are also really bad. Really bad. This again is something that, like, it says armor, right? But it's such a small amount of armor. I don't know if I've ever bought this from a trinket shop before, because I don't really think it's good. Do we duplicate Inflame? What do we duplicate in deck? Yikes. This is one of those runs where you feel like you have you have pieces of 4 different strategies, which is like exactly the way you never want to play Monster Train. But none of them really amount to anything, and I feel like I haven't seen. Well, I'm not gonna whinge too much about RNG. I'm sure there's some way to navigate through this run. I don't know what it is though. What are we duplicating? Like, this seems like a pretty strong duplication for short term, right? And I suppose not dying in the short term means we might live long term. And that's pretty much what we're looking at. Inflame. It's a pretty bad duplication target, but it is at least moves us towards a coherent strategy. Like, we could pool pretty much all of these resources into Apex Imp. Like all the imps and stuff that all the morsels and stuff that we're trying to, and damage shield that we're currently trying to feed to Crucible Warden. We could just give it to Apex Imp if we can get Apex Imp to do enough to win, right? But how do we do that? So I think we do Inflame. That might. I don't know. I'm not buying Deepwood Oil. That's, again, it's just very poor return on investment. We can duplicate stuff, but like for what, right? Okay. We march on. Penitent Prayer Stone. Our damage issues are already severe. I think I'm just not going to take this. Okay, so if we were to assume that Apex Imp somehow wins us this run, how do we play video game? I think the answer to that is do Warden, Apex Imp, and then maybe print Morsel Master. That feels silly. They can soften up the bad guys briefly. Wretch, thank you very much. That's so helpful. Okay, Plink does nothing. Molting Imp does very little. Off to a terrific start. We have multi-striking enemies to deal with. At least I got rid of the sapping guy. Yikes. Descend all units. I mean... That can't be good, right? But maybe it is. How does it look? How does it look? How does it look? It looks terrible. Okay. Forget it. Alright, so then... Holy shit. Is it worth playing this to try to get another one? Probably not. We do see an Inflame. We might need to just play Inflame whenever we see it. I guess I could now give you Stoic Plate Mail. Hope for the best. Yikes. Oh right, I forgot. Blink doesn't kill those. I wonder if, I'm guessing that if you take this off, like you put this on to give armor and then take it off again, you don't gain rage from the armor that you gained. Not that I even could, but I'm guessing that does not work in that way. Sure would like to play Inferno. Molting Imp is pretty good. Flame. I mean, it's not like impossible that we eke out a victory here, but it's seeming unlikely. I guess I could have descended print. That's sort of an interesting idea that I probably should have considered. Alright, there's no fucking way that we can relentless here. Yeah. Light steel. You have 80 health. Yep. I swear to God. This better not work. That probably works enough for me to survive the combat. Oh, no it doesn't. Alright. That was tragic. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I'm sure there's some line to victory there. But I don't know what it was. How do you beat Savagery Seraph with these two, with this clan combination, right? How are you dealing with the sweepers? I don't know. That was a rough one. How do we back to outpost? I want to make that into a seeded run. So if you want to, you can show me up. How do you do that in this game? Run history. My poor win streak. That's okay. I don't really care that much about win streaks. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I clearly was guilty of, you know, trying to do too many things at once. But that's because all the things I was presented with were bad. So, let's generate a challenge. Maybe I'll just do that with all of the ones that I do, and we'll hopefully remember. Can I update the description while I'm doing this, like as it's live? It doesn't appear that I can. Or maybe stream settings. Edit. Ooh yeah. So I'll just go ahead and put the seed in the description. Seed 1. Strong. Accept illness. Alright. Show me how it's done. I have no fucking idea how you win that run, but there's gotta be a way. Back. What is this? Oh, this is other challenges. Not interested. New run. Gimme something good. Stygian Wormkin. So, I think I have an Exile Stygian Wormkin already. Immediately I like this better. We had to fight both of the new bosses. Flesh Weaver. It's the more mass one. So they apparently nerfed this boss. I wasn't that clear. Like, this boss was pretty tough, but I wasn't really that familiar with it to know like off the top of my head what the changes they made were. They apparently some of the versions were stronger than others. I think this was one of the ones that was stronger than some of the others. I think there's this one where the little masses, the fleshlings, have spikes, and one where the little fleshlings give corruption. I don't know which one was the hard one. I'm guessing it's this one, because he starts out with like a high attack value, but I don't know. And then Strix and Hollow, 1 to Hollow on Revenge. That's a little scary. That seems a bit scary. So remember, you need to be able to clear backlines, which we should be able to do with this clan combo. Shelter, Hero, Cool Crystallis, Silent of the Sea, not mad. Preservation, not mad. So far, Wormkin feel really good. So I'm not too mad about this. I also think Tethys is pretty good, so. By virtue of having this, well, the nice thing about this is like deployment, right? Boom. I think we still take this. This is one of those that it's like, it's really nice if you need it, right? So. Okay, and we see Conduit and Handheld Totem. I mean, we could just use, like, assume that... I don't remember what the backliners are in the Strix and Hollow fight. I feel like they're not that bad. Like, I think it's set so you get, like, a bunch of weak backliners behind Strix. What does Rune speak again? Draw a damage spell and give it +5 magic power. Okay. Oh, let's just go with this. I don't know about this one. I mean, I did just take something that will let me play. Yeah, I think this is better. Plus it gives spell weakness, which is not a bad thing either. Alright. Spikes are a little spooky, but Siren of the Sea is good. But I think we'll be okay. Shelter, AoE armor is also pretty nice. And we have Reap. So we'll do Siren with Tethys, and we'll play upstairs. Excuse me? Okay. Hey! Well, that doesn't reduce the cost. For some reason, I was thinking it reduced the cost. Okay. Is it worth using burning my energy now? I mean, what else am I going to use it on, right? Okay. I guess since Tethys is gonna sweep, then we just put Reaps into you. That's fine. 12 armor, pretty good. Continue the incant. We may not have to kill you now. RuneSpeak. Kinda nice. I'd sure like to have it next turn. Okay. Guess we hope to draw that to play against the spell weakness. You have Reap 6. Does that mean 1 Reap kills you? Yes. But maybe a Frozen Lance is better. You already kill it in one hit. I think it probably is. So we can put it into the boss. See you later. Oh yeah. Maybe you shouldn't do that. I think you're right. Well, so I think it's probably better to not play this, to not use this ability, because then I can't draw Helical Crystallis next turn to use on the boss. But I already know that that's what's gonna come up, so I don't like sort of cheating the RNG like that. So we're just gonna accept our fate. That 8 spell weakness. That should do it. Oh. Okay, unnamed tome, terrific, even if it's not purple. Used, deal 8 damage per thing. I've learned in a previous run that with magic power, this just gets the flat plus. It doesn't get like one magic power doesn't give it 9 damage per gem echo, which I think most comparable cards in this game work that way, but I wasn't sure, and then I learned. I think this is pretty good. Fogfly is also not bad in this game, but it's not purple. I've kind of just been playing all the Wormkin runs I've played so far. I sort of just pick all of the purples or sometimes the consumes, and it kind of works. So that might be what I continue to do. Although I don't really have much need for purples currently, but I might. So we're just gonna do it. Okay. I like Wormkin units. Let's see some Wormkin units. Incant Armor 2 is nice. Echo Stone is pretty nice. Endless Large Stone, don't know about that. I'm a little unsure about the eggs when you don't have a champion, one of the Wormkin champions. It feels like, to me, they're not as good. Shell 8 is kind of a lot. I almost clicked it. Shell 8 is kind of a lot to churn through with no support. I don't know. Maybe that's just my lack of confidence in Wormkin, but that feels a bit spooky. This is basically an incant trigger, which is, you know, synergistic with what we're already doing. So I like that. Question is, who are we giving these upgrades to? So this is kind of the same, right? So which do we want to be our frontline unit? So what I'm thinking is we give Incant Armor 2 to Shard Soul Carver because you take dualism better and make you the frontline unit. And then we hope for like multi-strike, or maybe we get the other Siren or something like that. I think that makes sense. Plus you start out with more health. Now do we do Echo Stone? If we do Echo Stone, that'll put us at what, 110 if we roll? I think we can do that. Give it to you. And then multi-strike. That seems pretty good. That seems pretty good. Nice! Draws cards, Tethys. Oh, it's an unupgraded card. Or it's a non-purple card. Well, at least it's an incant. That gives us nothing. Great. Silly me, I forgot to specify that in my incant build. Oh yeah, this is also an AoE spell. It's kind of sick. I forgot to specify that in my incant build, I wish for incants. That's my bad. Really my bad. Guess I can play that at any time. There we go. Fire tap, kind of nice. Alright, terrific. It'd be nice if this made it cost 0, or cost -1. It doesn't have to cost 0. I don't think this does anything for me, but incants are incants. Purples are purples. Ooh. Pick purple. That gives me more incants. I liked it. Why is it? It does feel like I don't think it does this on purpose, but it sure sometimes feels like it. Sure, why not? Okay. Permafrost. Permafrost Shelter, kind of nice. This is not bad. This combo. Can't buy all 3 of these though. Ooh. So this is an interesting one. But does it fit into my present strategy? So here I could take space, I guess, and then just do big full incant floor. Kind of nice. Taking space kind of sucks though. If I go here. Kin Host Carapace. I do want to try using this unit now that it's different. Does it do Echo Growth cooldown 2? Gain +2/+2 per Echo currently. Clear Echo. Yeah, that just feels like it doesn't fit in our current strategy. I do want to try it. I think we take Keeper of Echoes and see if we can make it work. You know what would have been cool as a DLC thing? So I know that the infusion of units was a little bit divisive in Monster Train 1 DLC, but maybe they could have added an event that does that sort of thing, where you infuse one unit, just a random event where you infuse one unit into another and gain its effect or something like that. Like, they probably wouldn't want to create a whole set of infusion effects based on that, but you know, just having it give it its effect or something. I don't know, maybe that's too crazy broken, but it would have been kind of neat. Not that that really has any relevance to this. All right, what are we doing? Permanently remove consume on unnamed tome is kind of nice. But there are ways to get consume cards back from this clan. I could also do -2 consume, remove consume on this. That's kind of cool. Permafrost on shelter is also pretty nice. In fact, that feels like a good choice. I think I'm just gonna do it. And then I think -2 consume on you is a little better. Or maybe you. Because I would like to play you again. I don't currently have a way. And like, you're probably not a high priority to get back if I get the one of the cards or things that gives me back consumed cards. I feel like that seems fine. We can take that too. The helical crystallis aren't like super important. Interesting. Do I like a random graph unit? Not really, right? So I could take this. There's kind of a nice little, like... So obviously this has the possibility of just tanking your run completely, right? But I could put it on Keeper of Echoes, because I don't know yet if I'm going to use Keeper of Echoes. Maybe it could make him smidge. I think let's do that. I feel like that's a pretty good use for this event, is to just like throw it on a unit. Don't throw it on your important unit, because then you get, you know, I think they actually took away Stoic whatever from... I'm pretty sure they took it away from the Cult of the Lamb event. I don't know if they took it away from this event or not. But I think that's what we do. Just see what happens. Just for fun. Glass cannon. Yeah, so... So it bricks your run sometimes, and you want to avoid that. That's like pretty bad. That's like pretty bad. I don't think it necessarily means that you won't work anymore, but I don't know what to make of that. It's pretty bad specifically going into Dominion Seraph and also potentially the sweepers in the Titan fight. But it may not be the end of the world. Doesn't necessarily mean we can't play that unit. Alright, I think we do still stick with plan A though. And we're not going to worry too much about Keeper of Echoes Glass Cannon at the moment. We can put stewards, try their best. I think you're just, yeah, you start with pretty high attacks, so I think you just kill them, but that's okay. Alright, so might as well use the ability. I should probably think about strategy for this boss. I think you want to strip his fleshlings as much as possible, I think. Which I certainly could do, but it's at the cost of my in-game, right? Just do one. Just do one. Now, I do have to deal with that, though. Means I need to play more incants. Is bad. And I didn't even draw any incants in this turn, which is bad. That's fine. What happens if I silence? Probably nothing. Oh, is that even good? That seems maybe not good. Kind of interesting. I guess it makes sense based on how graft works, but I didn't really expect it. We gotta kill you, I suppose. We'll have to play this for energy. Maybe not. We don't play this. I think we do play 3. We nuke this floor, absolutely. For 2 health, I think that's fine. And then get some armor. Alright, the question is, can we not die? Well, we're currently not dying. This is generally considered a good sign. I think I want to play that. I want to play this. Nice. Alright, we took some damage, but that's okay. Okay, do we take space? It feels bad, right? I feel like you don't want to take space in an incant run. You want to take card draw and energy if you have to. I feel like I take this card less than I should. But it's also not purple and has a calcified ember, so I don't want to take it. But it does let me play more cards. Well, I guess not, because it costs 3 ember. I think it's just Spike of the Stygian. I think that's fine. Heal Gorgon. This is an interesting unit. What is the reaping? Yeah, reap 6 on all units. I had this in a different run before, and I liked it. It does. It's an interesting effect. I think I'm gonna take it. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do with it, other than it gives infuse triggers, which is kind of nice-ish. Do we take space? I want to look at how many times I can take Pyre Remains. So there's Pyre Remains here. Pyre Remains here. I guess it's just several up. Trying to think if I can get away with not taking energy and just burning Pyre health to play the cards I need to and do like draw space. Feels icky. Feels icky. Especially since we're playing a 1-floor setup against the Titans. I think we can take draw now and figure it out later. I don't know what kind of upgrades Glare Minder. Not really much, I feel like. It's a bit of an odd one because you kind of just put it somewhere where hopefully it won't be disturbed and let it do its weird effects. Like I feel like Endless, if anything, is what you want. Okay, we're going this way. Endless. Multi-strike again. Oh, you're full. Do I want to give you multi-strike? I don't know about that. I guess I could give Endless the Shard Keeper of Echoes. That feels weird and stupid though. Like I don't know, because I am fighting the Corruption Seraph, right? I think we can hold off on giving you upgrades because I don't really know what I want to do. And in that case, we consider Endless for Glare Minder. That does, if you start dying, that does increase the amount of times potentially that I could play the Reaping, which would be kind of cool. Re-inspires. I think we do it. I don't want to replay you every turn, but replaying you occasionally I think is fine. Dualism. Yeah, Incant Armor 10 is kind of good. Does nothing, that does nothing. I like this. Do I like it better than Dualism? I don't know, or than Titanite? I don't know that that's better, but I'm doing it anyway. In fact, it probably isn't better because I have this card. Right? I don't know. That's pretty close. I feel like in practice, Titanite is slightly worse than double health, right? Because of rounding. And that is double health. But it's roughly double effect of these shelter cards as well. Dualism kind of seems fun. Right, am I thinking about that correctly? This is 10. This is Incant Armor 5 with Titanite. So that's slightly worse, not counting the fact that I can give you armor with these. I feel like Dualism is more fun. I'm just gonna do it. Is it the right choice? I don't know. I'll give you that in case you make it onto the floor. I mean, having 2 glare minders is kind of interesting. Obviously, I don't play them in deployment, but they produce a lot of reap. Alternatively, I could do like this or this. How many more incants am I likely to see? That's a pretty good one because like the quick equipment for Tethys is pretty good. I don't know if we go to this one. There's a good chance we go here. Going to 2 arm shops kind of feels bad though. And I'd say there's a good chance we go here. I do kind of like the idea of duplicating Glare Minder. More Inspire triggers. Which Inspire triggers, I need to keep it straight in my head that I keep saying that Inspire trigger and Incant trigger are the same. They obviously are not in the context of Glare Minder, so keep that in mind. Also, the end of turn gain 1 on all floors is worse when there's 2 of, like, the diminishing returns for 2 of them. You don't really get diminishing returns for the reaping, but you do for this thing. Worth considering. What are my other options? I mean, this is like fine. This is like fine. I feel like I'd like to upgrade my spells more before I duplicate them. And also, I think this will be funny, so we're gonna do it. Alright. Is it worth doing this? It might be. Actually, though, does Reap count as a damage spell? I bet it doesn't. This might be kind of worth. What do I get for Handheld Totem 3? Let's do it. Now I think we can pretty confidently not take energy. Yeah, I think so. Alright. We Shard Soul Carver, we Siren, we Tethys, and we Glare Minder somewhere up here. And I could play this one for 2 health, but I don't think it's worth doing. Okay. Okay, yeah, so Reap is not, but I think that's fine. Could play you. Like, not bad. I mean, there's no world where I'm not. I was trying to think, you know, try to avoid this corruption if possible, but I don't think there's any world where we're not eating this corruption, so it is what it is. We should probably endeavor to not. Just because we can play all of our cards and burn Pyre health to do it doesn't mean we should. Keep that in mind. Okay. Resonance. Reap. Shelter, Spike of the City, Spike of whatever it's called, and then read. I think that's fine. I guess I could have played. Well, I guess there's not really. Doesn't really do much for me to use this. I should use it though, instead of just literally giving up higher health for it. Keep that in mind. Don't forget that that's an option. I will take that Frozen Lance. You. Sure, why not? There are more combats. Backdoor infusion. Nice. Nice. Click this. Calcified Amber. Boom. 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 Terrific. Reap. Alright, unlike the last run, this is a much more coherent strategy. And one that I think can probably make it work. He said, dripping with confidence. Ice Storm is pretty good. I mean, Rune Speak along with it is actually pretty good. Am I going to a whatchamajit-call-it anytime soon? Am I really going left here? I might go right. I think Crystal Tease is fine. It's an incant. We like incants. This is pretty good. Deal 8 damage twice. Slay. I kind of like this actually. It's free. Extracts don't really matter. This is potentially an incant and 2 inspires. I like it. Or more. I think we do go right. Yeah. Egg. First time each battle a card with Consume is played, add 2 copies. Which I think will hopefully be this. Or Unnamed Token. Seems good. I'm just gonna click it. Can't really re-roll that. I don't have any rooms. There are some pretty good rooms in this clan combo. But I don't have any. I think I'll take Bog Slime. It's synergistic. Armory. I have not used Forgotten Trade yet. I can kind of tank the Ember Drain. Oh, from this card? Does this only count as 1 Inspire? Guess we should find out. I want to try this. Seems interesting. We don't take these. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I think I like that. Oh, I forgot. Battle. Is that a problem? I don't think so. Seems like that's what I was gonna get into. How dare you? Okay. This. Okay. Armor. All right. Let's try not to spend any more health. Are we? Guess we can find out. Giving me giving me 8 attack, I guess, and also a sap. So it's triggering. What the? Wait, that was not the number I expected. So this should give me either 2 or 4 inspires, right? Oh, sap 2. So 97. Why did they have to make the math complicated? So it goes up to 8, and I get sap 2, which is minus 4. I'm getting 12, which would be 4 inspires. And that's why it's a weird number of armor. Okay, I think that makes sense. I'm just gonna pretend that it makes sense. I don't even need the reaping. It'll help eventually. Must you sap me? I forget which boss I'm fighting. Oh yeah. pick. I think this is good. I guess I can take another one. I have a large deck, but it mostly doesn't matter what order I play my cards in. Kind of just playing cards. That said, I think I do want to go over here. An Intrinsic on Mute Tome pretty much gets rid of Entropy Seraph and Savagery Titan because of this. Yeah. Hold over. Okay, I think there's a lot of good options for holdovers here. We need to think about that. Bloodthirsty Blade. I mean, sort of nice for Tethys, I guess. That's probably good enough. Probably good enough. Alright, holdover. What do we like holdover for? I don't mind it for Echo Infusion. We could also give you Spell Chain. Holdover Spell Chain on you would be pretty nice. Holdover -1 here would be free. That would be quite good. Maybe better, because it deals a lot of AoE damage. I kind of like that. I think this is worse than this, even though it doesn't need a -1. But I do think it's still worse. I think this is the choice. I think Intrinsic still goes to Unnamed Tome, wherever it is. Yeah, here. But maybe if we see a second Intrinsic, that would be fine. I think that's quite good. Permafrost. I could just give this. But I don't know, like the actual permafrost effect, I don't think is actually good. Go away. That probably is you, right? -2. I have a lot of money. It's like fine. Doubles. That is good. If I can get Intrinsic for this, then it doesn't matter if it has double stack, right? Because it'll be Mute 9. I think that's fine. Well, let's look at future magic shots. No. I probably do go to this one. In fact, I'm pretty certain that I do. Question is, if we miss both double stack and Intrinsic, at the next shop. Are we in trouble? Answer, maybe. So I know we can't hit intrinsic twice. So I think we can do that. That's fine. This is fine. A little sad. That's enough value, even though it's not purple. And double stack. I think double stack here is good. I think that's fine. I think I'm satisfied with that. And we'll see what happens on the unnamed tome. We may be able to. Oh yeah, so what's the deal here? On intrinsic or on revenge? It's like fairly scary. Like fairly scary. The siphon is whatever. I feel like Hallow's effects most of the time are kind of whatever. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Oh, I need to extract. That bad. Hold on. I think that's fine for this combat. I don't think I'm worried about that. But I don't want to trigger it with a frozen lance if possible. Save it for the next go round. I almost did it again. Just tap the reaps. Okay. Why are you gaining these? Oh, is that? Oh, that's from Siphon. Am I worried about that? I don't know that I am. So we can play this. We can play this. The question is, I'm going to answer my own question and play silence on you. I think that's probably... And this is okay. Don't really need to keep Rebecca's that badly. Oh, I forgot I have Ember Drain now. That's fine. Ew. I hate that you appear in this combat. Those things are nasty. Probably don't play more cards than we need to, right? Give ourselves a Glare Minder back. Go ahead and tap that Reap button. Fracture is good. Frozen Lance. I think we're burning spell weakness. Oh wait. That's looking better. That is technically better. Take it. Echo Infusion, good. Fear Steward, fine. I don't think we need to play this. We bottom decked our holdover AoE attack card. That does actually very good damage. Okay. Play this. It's good. Play this. It's good. Replay this. It's good. This. It's good. And what do you know? This is good. I should probably actually be making use of the permafrost on those permafrost armor cards, shelter, whatever you're called. I think this is going to be really good once you're on the floor, because we're getting a lot of inspires. A lot of inspires. I think we are going to take space. And I think this is going to be really nice. Player Minder says hello. We play this. We play Reef. Play this. Sure, why not? 312 armor. 312 armor. Terrific. Terrific work. Yeah, Wormkin is so good in this game. They're so much fun. Or they just, well, they feel really strong. I think Echoes of the Past is really good. We're gonna click it. I think we do take space. I think it's gonna be worth. I think it's gonna be worth. Alright, now we need to get some health, if possible. Which will be easy, because I wanted to go here anyway. Frost Piercer. Frost Piercer? Look at these non-infused, non-spell cards in my deck. What the hell are you doing here? Who invited you? Frost Piercer. I mean, I'm not saying no to Frost Piercer. That seems really good. I don't know if we're actually gonna... Ooh. Probably yes, right? This is really good in this run. I think it's yes. We're gonna be burning higher health on every deployment, but that is only like 3 more, so not that big a deal. We can remove for non-infused and non-spell cards. Okay. So, if this is all working the way... Ooh, that's really bad. I guess this will be the test. But if this is working the way that I think it's working, I think this This could be incredible. Alright, so we do you. We do you. You. And you. And you. And why not? That's a pretty good opening hand. Oh. We want this. Okay, that's not very much damage, which is a bit terrifying. Should I be worried about that? That's absolutely terrific. You love to see it. Hit this. Go Frost Piercer. You. And we go Echoes of the Past. Play it in the wrong order. Do I need to worry about you? I guess I do. I was hoping to see a Glare Minder. Good enough to kill. Oh, but what if we hit it? How rude. Okay, so our damage output might be a little lacking. Hopefully now that Glare Minder is on the field, that gets better. That seems fine. So this, we'll chill with. I do think we burn one of these. Oh, okay. Glare Minder, second Glare Minder. I think we can get away without second Glare Minder. Nice. are dead. Terrific work. I want to play all these cards. I guess Reap I don't need. Okay, so this isn't necessarily like a bananas crazy amount of scaling, but it is a meaningful amount of scaling. This should be fine. Yeah. This is interesting because I feel like because of this, we probably would be pretty confident even into Savagery. I think this should be okay. The main issue will be if I end up getting a lot of corruption from Seraph. I don't have space for Glacial Seal. Don't be tempted. Don't be tricked. I don't think we need this. I don't think we need any of these. We already have those cards. Okay, we go left. I guess knowing, I could have been a little bit more liberal with my Pyre health, knowing that I was going to get more than I needed. Would be nice. I don't... Because we're scaling Tethys's health, is like, is this worth it? I think the answer is probably still no, but it is an interesting offer. I'll give you that. So Spell Chain wouldn't be bad here, but I think it's not super high impact. I'm thinking Spell Chain here is probably the move. It still takes Intrinsic. And then even if I don't hit Intrinsic, that's a lot of mute. I think that's the choice. You are a non-damage card that I would like to play. Probably not on that one. I can give it to you since we have a lot of money. That's fine. We do not see Intrinsic. But this is double stack, which is probably good enough, even if we don't see it right away. If we see it, you know, at the end of the game, at the end of... I guess I can duplicate it, and then the odds of that's pretty low. I think Artificial Pyrostone is better. This is really good in the right context, but I think Artificial Pyrostone is better. Probably should have seriously considered removing cards, but I think that's okay. So here's the question. Do we need to duplicate this? Call it wishful thinking. I think the answer is probably no, but I want to do it anyway. I feel like that's like the very safe play, maybe the overly safe play, but you know, sometimes that means you don't die. We have 7. I think we do play both Glare Minders. In this combat, we want to try to keep Seraph off me as much as possible. Oh, I'm a fool. Am I a fool? I don't think I'm a fool. I think that's fine. Probably wouldn't hurt to put some of this Reap into Seraph, but we're kind of just, we're going as hard and fast as possible, I think. I think we just go ahead and play these whenever we see them. It's not like we're going to get a lot more echoes than this. And we tap Reap. Seraph, this Seraph will kill these things pretty quick, so that's nice. I think this fight is now over. I was not even looking at the enemies, I just played all my cards, and I figured it would work. Alright. Is it Frost Piercer for the sweep against flying bosses? I think it might be. It also feels thematic that Tethys would wear that. It looks a little bit more like a staff than a... Does it have... I don't get to see. What's the lore on Frost Piercer? When my father's friends returned from the void, so too did this spear. Okay, it's a spear. Along with the... so too did this spear appear along the banks of the Stygian Sea. And while the guard rejoiced at the return of their sacred spear, I could not help but worry. Why would the sea return the spear now? Tales of the Inferno. It's cool. But I guess it's not really necessarily a Tethys weapon. I mean, I guess this could be a spear. I always sort of assumed it was like a staff, since Tethys is very, magic focused. But maybe it makes more sense thematically on Siren of the Sea. Does it matter? Am I just saying stuff because I've decided that this this combat is now a win? Look at that. Look at that. It's a thing of beauty. Press Reap. We love it. Alright. Now we clear the floor spectacularly. Armor 40 to everybody. What's not to like? This Glareminder doesn't even die. Seraph has been entirely neutered. We could play it on Seraph, we don't even care. Using the reanimate against them, it always feels good when you can do that, because sometimes those reanimate guys in this combat are they're so brutal if you're not like ready to deal with them. Now it's just a cherry on top. Okay, I almost played that on an enemy. I don't know, can you play it on an enemy? .63 corruption. Pretty hot. All right. I think the Titan fight should be fine. I think we have little to fear in the Titan fight. I'm sleepy. I was just checking the clock. Like, oh, it's like 9:45. I would have thought it was 11:30. All right. Do we need both Glare Minders? I think Glare Minder is gonna put Reap on Dominion, which I'd say there's a decent chance Dominion is our slowest part of this, so I think we do. This, you go here, you go here, you go here, plus, you know, we have a decent amount of higher health going for us this time. Okay. This is not a great first turn, but I think that's not too terribly concerned about that. I don't think I'm concerned about that. It's not like it's good, but I don't think I'm concerned about it. I think you... Well, I guess it depends on me getting Frost Piercer, so maybe I shouldn't assume that you'll die quickly. I don't think there's a Slay here. Does give it to Dominion? Does. Terrific work. This... I think that's fine. I think there's an argument to be made about playing that on Tethys, but I don't think it's necessary. Speaking of... Hey, this is not a lot of infused cards. What's up with that? Okay, we don't want the Glare Minders to die too quickly. I can't burn that much Pyre health. I mean, come on. This was one of the enemies I was worried about. Nice to see that it is not a concern. I guess it's beneficial to play them on the same floor, huh? I think they're worth the Pyre health because they accelerate the end of this fight. Okay. I think this is... So I guess I was wrong. It looks like it's going to be entropy that ends first. Oh, no, maybe not. Alright, here. Have that. You can have the rest of it. I think we can probably win next turn. Okay. Just trying to think if there was a way to do that receiving less pyre health, which I think the way to do that with receiving less pyre damage is just to not play any of the cards I did and just wait until next turn. Oh well. Boom. That was a fun one. All the runs that I've played with Wormkin so far have been fun. I was not the biggest fan of Wormkin in Monster Train 1. I've been having a great time with them in Monster Train 2. I don't know if I'm just better at the game in general now, which is probably true, because I think I've played this game more now than I played Monster Train 1 in total. So that may do it. Oh, do I already have this clan combo? I guess I do. How sad. More mastered cards, you love to see it. Oh, I do. No, that's not it. It's... Yep. They love to give me ones I've already done, don't they? Alright. That was a great one. We're gonna go... I'm gonna just go ahead and make a seed of this too, because why not? If I can remember how to do it. Let's see. Let's keep track of how many times while doing this I forget how to make seeded runs. Keep score in the comments. Generate challenge. Generate shareable challenge. Alright, PromoRevenuesHarvest. Harvest some revenues from these YouTube videos, am I right? Ha ha ha! Seed 2. PromoRevenuesHarvest. Thanks for joining me as I typed that out loud. Unnecessarily. Save. Alright. Second run was fun. That first one, man, it was rough. I don't know what the win is there. That was a tough one. So, play it, give it a try, win. Show me how it's done. Alright. I'll probably do this, honestly, more tomorrow, because I've been playing like a solid 2 runs a day of this game. And we're still going strong. So, join me then. Okay, bye!